Hiya, I'm That James Wisdom and this is another Loot Gaming unboxing, and this time it's for the month of February. Right, so hello, this is a Loot Gaming unboxing for the February Loot Gaming box, and it's really early, like it's the 6th today. This box finished, or was finished for orders on the 29th. Usually that would mean we'd get this somewhere like, I don't know, like the 19th or something like that. Now, like, you know, halfway through the month, 2 weeks later. But I've got this in less than a week, so I don't know what's in here. Now, I can't even remember the theme off the top of my head. I do remember there's 3 franchises I'm not super interested in. I think there's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles stuff in here, Mega Man and Zelda. Now, the other thing I remember about this crate is that it's supposed to have 3 other items. So you're going to get 3 new items and then 3 random items, I guess, or 3 items from the loot vault. So there's going to be 3 old items that we've already seen before. Hopefully I haven't already got any of them. And then there's going to be 3 new items as well. Now that is providing that this isn't just something else. I'm very confused by this box because it's so early. I still haven't even received the February normal Loot Gaming box yet, and that should ship on the 19th of February. This was supposed to ship on the 29th, and that was supposed to ship on the 19th, and I haven't received the other one yet, so I'm going to have to chase that up. But yeah, let's crack in and see what we've got in here. I can't remember the theme, as I say. It is just a kind of a random grab bag for me this month. Now, I'm not sure how good this is going to be either, because the fact that they're starting to put in random loot vault items implies that they're kind of short on stuff, short on money, or they've got too much stuff in their loot vault or in their stock that they just want to get rid of. So let's see what's in here and let's see what we've got. So, opening up. Now, I have to say that as first impressions go, this is not bad. It's a very tiny box. I don't know whether I mentioned that already, but the box itself is very tiny. But first impressions here, we have this very nice looking Zelda t-shirt, nice and thick. Now, I am not, as I've said before, I think, a Zelda fan. Like, I don't dislike Zelda specifically, but I am not a fan. I don't follow Zelda. I've not really played any of the games. I've played Wind Waker the most, and I got maybe a quarter of the way through that game. I haven't tried out the new Zelda, Breath of the Wild. I probably am the only man that owns a Switch in the world that doesn't own that game as well, but I'm just not super interested. This, however, is a really, really nice t-shirt. It's a really good design. I like the colour. I do like grey. I'm a bit of a grey fan. And it's a really nice design. So I like the use of negative space to show Link on his horse. You can get in trouble if you say Zelda instead of Link. But yeah, Link on his horse. And then a bunch of villains there. Looks like Ganon. Pig Ganon in the background there. So yeah, really nice. That's a nice t-shirt. That's a good starting point. Now, what else have we got in here? Let's look at this little Mega Man thing. Now, I have a feeling that this little Mega Man thing might be one of the random loot vault items, but I'm not sure. So let's try and get in here. Actually, maybe not, because I see another Mega Man item. I'm just going to pull this tape off. And then, oh, it's taped up, but also stuck. So that's a very peculiar choice of box sealing. I'll just tear it, James. There we go. Teared the box. And then this. Okay, so this is one of the random characters. So if you look on the side of the box here, you can see that there are, what's that? 7 characters? Yeah, 7 characters. And there's a chance, I've got 2 in 20 chance of getting normal old Mega Man. And then a 1 in 20 chance of getting some of these other ones. I quite like this guy here with his big chin, but I don't really know any of these characters, really, because I'm not a Mega Man. I've never really played Mega Man. My old flatmate was a big fan of them, the games, that is, obviously, but I've never really played it. So let's see if I can get into this. Tear across there, and pull it out. What's it going to be? Oh, it's Red Mega Man. It's a Red Mega Man, which probably has a name. There's probably a name for Red Mega Man, I would guess. But that's kind of neat. Nice little model. Nothing particularly special about that, but it's cute. Does the job. Decent thing. Let's pop that down there. let's go for this bubble wrap. No, actually, let's go for the Space Invaders thing. Now, there's this random Space Invaders mini alien vinyl figures. Oh, so there's a bunch of them in here. So there's a bunch of figures in here. Now, oh no, not a bunch of them, just one. Just a really deep box for some reason. So, if we take that out of there, the depth of this thing is that, the box is that. So the box is double the depth of the actual thing that we got. Yeah, cool, I guess. I think this is one of those items that was a loot vault item, that one. From Space Invaders. Yeah, I think that's one of those random loot vault items. A bit of a throw in, which is probably why they're not selling on the loot vault. So yeah, okay. Thing, fine. As a throw in item. Not going to grumble about it existing, but it's not a particularly useful or cool thing. Let's go for it. Now, I think that's one of the 3 random items. Now, let's have a look at this, whatever this is. Okay, so this is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles item. Let's get rid of the bubble wrap bag. Then it's in another bag here. So this is another lunchbox style thing. This is more like one of those, I guess, Japanese style lunchboxes. I think they are. I think it's a lunchbox. Anyway, let's take this strap off. Nice. It's not bad. Non-toxic plastic, it says on the end, just there. Let's just lift that open. Yes, this is one of those little lunchbox style things. Lid with that. So yeah, this is very much what those Japanese style lunchboxes. Put that down there. You get a fork and a spoon in there as well. Yeah, nice. That's a nice little item as well. And then with this strap that you've got here to hold it all closed. Nice little lunchbox. Now, I had a lunchbox in the previous, was it Loot Gaming Crate or, I can't remember whether it was Loot Gaming or Loot Crate, but the previous crate I opened had a lunchbox in it as well. Oh, it was an Earthworm Jim one, so it was the Loot Gaming one. So it's another lunchbox. So 2 in 2 months is maybe more lunchboxes than I need, but it's cute, it's nice. Now, I think that will make those 3 our new items. So the 3 to my left here are our new items. These are going to be the old loot vault items. Now I can see just 2 other random thrown items here. So we have a Zelda sweatband. Great, random Zelda sweatband. There's not really much more to talk about there. It's got the Triforce and the Zelda logo on there. It's a sweatband. I mean, it does exactly what a sweatband does. And then, oh wow, look at this, a Mega Man lanyard. Just in case you couldn't tell, that was some heavy sarcasm there when I said, wow, it's a freaking lanyard. You know, it's fine, I'm sure. It's got a Mega Man plastic thing on the end here. It clips in and out. So it's not a low quality lanyard by any stretch, but it's still just a lanyard. So yeah, random thing. I'm not going to put it back in its bag, but another random thing there. So 3 loot vault items, 3 new items. That's not bad. That's actually not a bad way for them to get rid of loot vault items. Although in terms of volume of stuff, while there's a lot of things, there's nothing particularly large or that feels high value here. So I'm not sure whether the value is in this yet. Now let's talk about that in a minute. Before we do that, it is time to look at the pin, which in this case is a pizza. So nice. Time travel is the theme. Is it now? I'm not sure I'm convinced by that. If that's supposed to be the theme, time travel, really? Okay, it was a nice pin though. It's a little pizza, it's just a pin of a pizza. So that's a cool pin. Time travel? I'm not convinced. And then last of all, we've got the poster. Which way round is this poster going to be? Is it a tall one or a wide one? It's a tall one. So, tall poster here. Oh, there we go. So it's a Mega Man poster. I'm going to try and show you without getting too much glare from my lights on it. Not bad. Neat poster. I like it enough to say that that's a neat enough poster and doesn't, adversely bother me in any way. Oh, there's a tear in it, however. Just up the top here, there's a little tear in my poster. You can see my finger coming through there probably. Yeah, so that's a shame. Not that I put any of these posters up, but it is a shame that got a bit torn. Now let's move this box out of the way. The box is now empty. You can see the interior there. It's just got, generic controllers on it. I say generic, they are actually themed controllers. That's kind of neat as a thing, but doesn't really mean anything. So that can go out the way as well. Let's put the poster down under the camera and look at what's on the back of this poster. Let's start with the Turtles lunchbox. So we have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4. I had to do my Roman numerals there, didn't I? So it's a bento box, that's what they call it. Turtles in Time is the name of that game. Okay, I see the time travel thing there. And then they explain the game. That's a nice item. I like that item well enough. It's a good kind of random item to have in there. So that's cool. Oh, I just noticed here, actually, on the top of this poster. I'm going to drag this down. Now, apparently, the theme on the back of the poster is heroic, not time travel. So we've got a time travel badge, a heroic theme here, I guess. So it's a bit interesting that. I wonder if they were planning on doing a time travel box and then thought, we need to really get rid of some of this stuff. Let's rename it heroic because it's more generic and throw in more random things. Now, we now have a lanyard. Yeah, Mega Man lanyard. Yeah, don't need to worry about that too much. Okay, so this was definitely going to be the red variant. So it's a bonus Mega Man red variant vinyl figure. Sure, blue is Mega Man's classic look, but red bots definitely have more fun. Okay, cool. So, okay, that's another item there. And then we've got the Space Invaders vinyl figurine, which, as I say, is probably a Loot Vault item. Then we have all the way down the bottom again, the pizza pin. I like that pin. I think that's a cool pin. The pin is well designed. It doesn't do anything. It's just a pizza. It's fun. It's Turtles themed. Then we have here the Zelda t-shirt. Now that's probably my favourite item. We'll see in a second. I really like that t-shirt. I think it's very nice. It feels very nice. And then Legend of Zelda wristband. And then the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time epic drop would have all been Legend of Zelda stuff. So yeah, one lucky winner gets all of those things in there as well. So that's not too bad in terms of stuff in there. Let's have a quick review. I'm going to fold this poster up and put it out the way, and then we'll have a quick review of the items and give them all a little bit of a review, a proper review. Getting all the items together, we have obviously our theme related stuff with our poster and our pin. So there's our poster and our pin. We have 3 random items. Now I'm pretty certain it's these 3 items that are our Loot Vault randoms. So let's put the Loot Vault random items together here. We have a Space Invaders vinyl figure, this bonus item here, and then the lanyard. Now I may be wrong about that lanyard being the bonus item, because it did say in the poster that the Mega Man thing was the Mega Man, red Mega Man was the bonus item. So I'm not sure about that, if I'm totally honest. So I may be wrong there. So what I will do is I will review this, assuming it's not a repeat item, because it's quite good, that item, I have to say. So I will review it as if it's a new item. We have our bento box here, which again is quite nice. So I'll put that there. And then of course we have our t-shirt, which is our final item here, and I will put that just in front over here. Okay, just to balance the screen a little bit. There you go. So that's all our items. Now that was quite a small box, and there's not a great deal of stuff here, so I think that's one thing I would criticise here. It doesn't feel like the value is quite here in this box. But let's review the items individually. And as I started doing last time, I'm going to do kind of give each one a score out of 5, and then average it all out at the end to give you an overall score for the box. So the bento box, I think that's neat. I think it's a nice item. It's a bit different, a bit random. Probably not a great item for everybody. It's decent enough quality from what I can tell from bento boxes I've seen, but it is another lunchbox. We got one of those last month, so I'm going to give that a 4, which is not bad. It's a decent enough item. The Mega Man vinyl figurine thing, again, it's a decent thing if you're into Mega Man. It's a variant. It's, I guess, like a player 2 variant or whatever if you're playing it with red Mega Man, or it's whatever. Now that is okay. Again, it's an okay item. It's not great. I would say that's something like a 3.5 or some such thing, or 3. Let's call it a 3. 3, so middle of the road. As a figurine, it's decent, but I feel like there could have been more value in that. The t-shirt, I really like the t-shirt. I'm not a Zelda fan, but that's okay. I don't need to be a Zelda fan to appreciate that t-shirt. It's a good quality t-shirt, lovely print, feels nice and thick. So I'm going to give that, a 5. Actually, I'm going to give that the full 5. Now, last of all, we'll do these 3 random items here. The wristband, the lanyard, and the box, all as one thing. They are all completely thrown items. They don't really have any particular value. They, you'd expect to get one of these as a thrown item along with a higher value product in here as well. I think that's where the value has gone. You've got 3 extra low value products instead of 1 higher value product. So I think not a big fan of that as an idea. The items themselves are not bad, but they're not great either. Actually, you know what? They're not great. They're not even really very good, are they? The Space Invaders figurine, vinyl figure, is whatever. It's very thin, very small. The sweatband is a sweatband, and the lanyard is a lanyard. It's a lanyard. A lanyard gets 1 for being a lanyard. So just let's say combined, this is a 2, so for these 3 items. So we've got 5, 4, 3, 2. Great, that's convenient. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and then let's talk about the theme. That's going to be our final one there, in terms of the pin, the poster, the interior of the box, and whether it all matches the theme. That's our final number to consider when we're doing this final review process, I guess. I'm working it out as I go along, so if that's not right, whatever. Poster, fine. The fact that it's torn is a shame. Poster is fine. The badge is fine. I like the badge. The inside of the box is nothingy, doesn't do anything. The box is small and there's no reversibility? There's no reversibleness to the box. It's just a box. And yeah, and the fact that there are 2 kind of themes here. We've got the time travel written on the badge, pin thing. And then we've got heroic written in here, and I think it was listed as heroic on the website. I think the theme is flawed, to say the least, and the things that came in it, I think the badge is fine, but the other things, not so great. So I would call that then probably also a 3, maybe a 2 or a 3, what should we call it? Let's call it a 2. Yeah, let's call it a 2, because it's not great, let's be critical. I'm in that sort of mood today. So we have then, what did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, didn't I? I said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 again? Yeah, 2 again. Okay, so we have a grand total of, what's the maths here? I'm going to have to do the maths, try and mentally do this. It's a bit of a long day, it's going to be hard. It's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 16 divided by 5, 16 divided by 5 is what? We're looking at 16 divided by 2, 8, 16, so that's 4, just under 4, that's like a 3.5, something like that. Let's call it a 3.5. It's probably not quite accurate, that score, but about a 3.5, maybe 3.6, I'm not quite sure, but 3.5, 3.6. So an alright crate, but not a great one. So that's probably my overall review there, is that's an okay crate, but not a great one. I do love the t-shirt. Clearly the t-shirt is my favourite item here. The other items, I could take or leave for the most part. I like the bento box. I think that's pretty cool. But there's just not the value here to make up the amount of money I feel like I spent on this box. So, do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Please let me know in the comments down below. Keep smiling. Thank you very kindly. And I will see you, hopefully very soon, for a normal Loot Crate unboxing. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe, all of that stuff. In the comments, let me know what you thought of the box and what you thought of the video. I won't be doing a Loot Gaming unboxing next month because I wasn't particularly interested in the themes, but there will be a Loot Crate coming soon.